Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rabakah, HaKadosh, double honor to the apostles, great millstone, do it well. Peace, love, and blessings to the brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make your call and election sure, and also blessings to the very few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm the fellow Kanakla coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. This lesson is edifying, also exhorting. And this lesson will be basically on the spirit of, Jacob's trouble, just end times and on the times that we're living in, exhortation, all right, comfort, because this is getting down to the wire. You see, basically Esau, Edom, basically integrating his technology, his beast equipment, his marketed beast equipment, his technology, into his society, into the government, into the money system, so on and so forth. All right. When people look at think about technology, they think of fun, computers, touch screen, holograms, and video games, so on and so forth, new cell phones. But through his technology, all right, what that's going to do is allow him to have total control, all right, of society, total control, over everything, all right, because once this system is completely digital, what that's going to do is put everything on a grid, all right, and with that grid, he controls it. So now everything is now on the grid. Okay, so his technology is a weapon to control. And we know in order for him to basically, that's the word I'm looking for. In order for him to basically declare these things, all right, he has to move in a violent manner. I should say that Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." Okay? And this is nothing new underneath the sun. So you read this Revelation 12 chapter, these first couple verses is talking about basically the Roman Empire persecuting Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Okay? But the point being is that Esau, Edom, the so-called white men. All right, let's get that in. What is it? Psalms. Is Psalm 17? Let's see, it's like it. It's 17 and 10 or 10:17. Oh, this escapes me. See, it's like, yeah. Just going off the spirit. Let's see. All right, so I was just looking past it. All right. Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him." All right, because why? He has a new world order. All right, the future, all right, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, it's not bright here in Babylon the Great, aka America. You see the persecution happening. They saying that basically the migrants that are being I should say kidnapped or captured and seized that's being shackled up and put on cargo ships. It's evidence, all right? It's evidence that, and what I just watched one video a brother posted, we cannot afford to be naive. So it's people washing up on beaches, shackled and chained up, all right, bodies, okay? Like the brothers was talking in the chat earlier today. Basically, that was no different from what they was doing to the Southern Kingdom on the way over here, all right? Where they would basically throw slaves, overboard if they got sick or whatever the case may be. All right, and the horror stories how basically they threw so many bodies off of those ships that sharks would basically follow the path of the ships, man, because they knew that bodies were being thrown off. All right, so it's no different, man. So, you tribes are gonna realize that Esau, even the so-called white man, is not your friend. All right, we know according to the scriptures who he is. He's the wicked. Psalm 17:13. Rise, O Lord, disappoint him what disappoint his agenda. He has a new world order agenda. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is the sword of the Heavenly Father. And the Most High is preparing Jacob. All right. Specifically 2/3 of our people to be judged because they refuse to turn back to the Lord. This is Jeremiah 30:7, which I really wanted to focus on this verse. This was on my spirit. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's where the hope lies at right there, this part. But he shall be saved out of it. So it's a time of trouble. You see it if you've been paying attention. The deportations, women and men being separated from their families. All right, literally men are being sent back and women and children are being left here by themselves. All right. That, just imagine that. But this, again, is nothing new underneath the sun. All right. Mom and dad going out work. Before you know it, they get caught up by ICE. They got 3-4 children at home. This is a time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. A time like no other. And it hasn't even got to where it's going to get. So to say, this Daniel's 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. The great prince will stand for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. Okay? And the prophets, starting with the elder apostles on down, all right, they've been warning you, all right, and what IUIC, starting with Bishop Nate, would say, they're conspiracy nuts. But here it is. Prisons are being built, being reopened. Okay? It's only a matter of time before these foreign troops are on the streets. And that picture that the apostles on down been illustrating through the Holy Spirit, through the scriptures, of troops going door to door, all right, invading and spoiling people in 2nd Ezra's 16th chapter, invading and spoiling people and pulling them out of their houses and raping their women and so on and so forth. That image, that picture is close, man. All right, and what did you do to try to avoid this? Okay? What did you do to be saved from these things? Listen, there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation even to that same time, and that And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay, that's how bad it's going to get. That's starting with Michael the archangel. The Lord's going to have to send the angels down to protect the elect, man. To save the elect. That's how bad it's going to get. Yahushua said, I come to send fire. What it be if not already kindled? All right? And we've already been meditating on this day. All right? Over and over and over and over again. Yahushua words, Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's the mandatory implementation of the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, that you will need to buy and sell. And as our people tarry, most of them just making scoffing videos, talking about the Hebrew Israelites and just making mockery. But when the lights go off and that judgment is going forth, they're gonna be looking for those men. I'm telling you, I see it. Because you thought shit was a game. You thought shit was funny. You scoffed instead of hearkened. The Lord is gonna let that judgment roll, man. He's gonna let it roll. There's a lot of justice gonna be done in that day. A lot of judgment is gonna go forth. Because you thought the Most High was a game. You chose to invest into this world. All right? But as day go by, the days are only getting evil. And we only getting closer to the vision of the end. Revelation, it's like Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Now, are we physically in Jerusalem? No. But it's a people before it's a place. So go through the midst of those so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right? And that mark is a exempt from judgment. It's not the same mark written in Revelation 13 chapter, 16 verse. That's two different marks. All right, this is a spiritual mark. That mark in Revelation 13 is a physical mark. But set a mark on the foreheads, a white stone, giving those the white stone. All right, and listen what he says. And to the others, he said, in my hearing, I'm going to read this one in NLT. Then I heard the Lord say to the other men, follow him through the city and kill everyone whose forehead is not marked. Show no mercy. Have no pity. So the Lord is going to send those spirits out. And they ain't going to have no pity, man. Coming through, destroying your children, taking your food, raping your women. It's going to get bad, man. Have no pity. Kill them all. Old and young, girls and women and little children. See there? But do not touch anyone with the mark. Bring right here at the temple. So they begin by killing the 70 leaders. All right? And it's going to happen. Again. All right? Ezekiel. Well, I think it was during the Babylonian Empire. All right, if I'm not mistaken. The point being, Jerusalem is about to be sieged again. A day of evil approaches, man. An evil day. And we don't feel bad about it. Because we warned you, you know. We warned you. We went out there for years, starting our apostles on down, warning you of these things. All right? So when they begin to come, what Jeremiah said, Jeremiah 17, 17. Yeah. I'm going to read it in NLT. It says, Lord, don't terrorize me. You alone are my hope in the day of disaster. I like the KJV better for this translation. It says, be not a terror unto me. Thou art my hope in the day of evil. All right. And that's a beautiful precept because it's about to get bad, man. It's about to get bad. You're going to have more to worry about than the cost of living. You know, right now, you know, even though shit's expensive, people pressed in debt. All right. You ain't got to worry about fighting for your life on a daily. Scared. But that time is fastly approaching. And as each day go by, you know, certain pieces of the puzzle are being put in place. And then that image of that evil day is going to be right in your face. So I leave it there. You know, Lord willing is ever edifying. Giving all praise to Yahweh Shai and Shalom Tilai.